Alright guys, welcome back to this vlog. It's a few days since I picked up the camera just because I've been super busy trying to move everything into the house. So if that sun's killing you, but all our stuff now is moved from the old house. See, the garage is kind of full of stuff. We've got a trailer full of rubbish, but inside of the house is actually starting to look really good. Majority of our bedroom is set up. We're finding out so many things with this house that we weren't told about. It's really a bummer. On top of everything else that's bumming us out right now, but there was stuff that they didn't tell us about, electrical issues and some silly things, you know, like there's one air conditioner, if you turn it on, as soon as the actual air conditioning part of it turns on, it trips the power to the whole house. So stuff like that they didn't tell us, which is just stupid and annoying, but it is what it is. Couple of other little fixes and nigglies that we have to fix, but overall we're still very happy. I'll show you guys a little bit through the house. We're up early. We're actually on the way to we're about to go down to the track to run what could be our last event, so it's a very somber experience. Anyway, it's our lounge room. So that's sort of set up. Our kitchen is an absolute disaster. One of the biggest problems we're having with this house is this fridge space is really wide, and our fridge comes out to like here, which means you can't open the fridge because it's such a stupid fridge spot. So our current fridge currently lives out the back. Dogs are here now. But yeah, we've just been sort of setting it up. That's where my office is going to be. Wifey's here, nice and early.
Morning.
She's matching her shirt. Kids' rooms are starting to get set up. Tiana's office. Yeah, kids' rooms are bomb sites, but they'll be back tonight. Everything else is pretty well getting set up. We're very happy with our new bedroom suite. It's an absolute bomb site again, but yeah, guys, all right, we're gonna head down the track now. Comp's on, get ice and things like that on the way. It's gonna be a very weird experience down the track today, knowing that it could be our last ever comp there, and I'm just, yeah, it's weird. Just hope that something happens within council or something, and they realise how much this all means to so many people. So.
Don't headbutt me. Don't.
Hey T.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Tired.
Tired, but
Yeah.
about the track. I don't know. Sitting in drive-through waiting for coffee, I don't know. I haven't even had a chance to ask you really how you feel.
Because I don't want to think about it. I'm too busy. I have to move house and do other stuff. So I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, so I've been trying to not think about it as well and trying to be like positive, but
My phone's been blowing up
yeah,
the last few days.
Everyone's been fantastic sharing the petition thing. Like, hopefully it helps. You know what I mean? Like, it is. Yeah. Hopefully they see.
That's just $15.85 altogether.
All right, so we're down here at the track now, setting everything up. I've pretty much got the L2 layout sorted out, and I'm happy with it. It's just a basic layout, but then we just sort of added a little bit of spice at the end for the intermediate guys, so I think it's actually going to work out pretty good. Pro layout is actually similar, but it has a much more committed middle half of the course. So I'll sort of show you guys through that as the Sunday goes on. But yeah, it's very hot. It's actually going to be a really hot day. So for all of you that did make it out to this event, really appreciate you sticking it out in the hot weather. You know, it could be one of our last. All right, guys, only any chance now to catch up on the vlog, but we did our intermediate class. That's all run and done. I would have loved to show you guys. You should have been here to watch it. Simply no time to film, guys. I'm judging, running the event and commentating all at the same time, so I just really can't vlog on top of that. I am definitely going to go out and show you guys some of the pro practice right now, because it's absolutely going off out there. I'll go and show you guys now. We'll run into a little montage of pro practice. Alright, so I'm back home now, guys. I don't know how to overlay mute talking properly over the top of videos, so I just want to add this in, but that was a little bit of practice that I just showed you guys, but now we're going to go on to pro qualifying. I'm just going to add a few of the runs. Chi-Chi grabbed the camera for me and did the filming all afternoon, so all the footage you're about to see of the drifting is all done by Cheech, so big thank you to Chi-Chi for getting out there and filming. But yeah, I'm going to show you some of pro qualifying. I'll try and add names in, and yeah, enjoy. Alright guys, pro qualifying was run and done. We ended up with Chopper actually qualifying first, which is pretty much a surprise because he did really no practice. He did like 2 practice laps, broke his car, and then the next time we saw him was qualified first. Really impressive drive from him. A few guys did better than we thought they'd do. A few guys were further down the field than we would have expected them to be. But overall, everyone did a pretty good job, except for one or two who had the double spin sort of thing. So I'm going to jump straight into battles now. I'm going to try to add all the names to everything. I hope you guys enjoy this. Again, Cheech filmed it all. I don't know what he filmed. You're about to see it all. But I hope you enjoy this vlog, and I'll see you later in it. Alright guys, let's get straight into this. Chop and Loki went out. First battle in the top 32. Loki having car issues. So she, unfortunately, her car was cutting out. But then the best bit here, she comes up, just for good measure, gives Chop a little tap on the back wheel. Ends up spinning, but just cool that she could catch back up to him and give him that little love tap on the back wheel there, just to say, you know what, I can keep up. So really good effort there, and Chop just showing why he did qualify at the top. Hopefully this commentary turns out alright, but yeah, enjoy the end of Chop's run. The next up, we've got Ricky White and Saxon. So Saxon's quite young, Ricky a little bit more experienced, but Ricky with a 2J S13 out in front, Saxon with a 1J S13 chasing. Ricky holding really nice lines, big angle, nice aggressive flicks, which I was really happy with from a judging perspective. Saxon did a really good job catching up though. Ricky was always a bit weird in that spot near the wall, which did let him down in a few of his battles. But overall, this was a really clean battle. Very, very close from a judging point of view. Saxon great on chase. Ricky with quite a good lead. But they swap around, and then this is where the story got interesting. So you had Saxon, nice little entry here. Ricky pushing up deep, letting him know he's there, putting heaps of pressure on Saxon, and then uncharacteristically Saxon just loops it. So that put Ricky through. We go Stuntman Trav, and there's Wisefab 370Z. You'll see all of the Wisefab about now. 90 degrees into the corner, weird understeer, but didn't actually adjust his angle at all. Clint in the chase position there from Nice Vibe, doing what he can behind, being more of a street-based driver. It probably freaked him out a little bit having a Wisefab car in front that can drive on a really stupid angle. But yeah, Trav doing a really good job out in front with a very basic 370Z. It's coilovers, Wisefab lock, and other than that, I think it's got like intake pipes, which do like nothing. Clinton in the lead here. I think if I remember correctly, massive three-wheel. Yes, that's right. That three-wheeler was gangster. Looking from the other side of the track, it looked like his wheel was a mile in the air. But yeah, Stuntman Trav right on his door, doing what he does best. He hasn't been driving a lot this year, but still kills it. And then here, almost spin by Clint, pulls it out. Trav did a really good job of missing him. Bit of a David versus Goliath here. Jake Thornbury in his 1000 horsepower S13, and that's actually Russ in an RB30 powered S13 that he borrowed. So literally NA RB30. 100 horsepower versus 1000 horsepower RB30 26 S13. So very much a night and day, but Russ did a pretty decent job of chasing here. Obviously Jakey did a really good job out in front. But from the next battle, where it gets a little bit more interesting, Russ again doing a good job with 100 odd horsepower. Jake sitting there doing a really good job of staying behind. Russ taking a slightly weird line there, not exactly what we're after. Good through the middle. If I remember correctly, Russ goes a bit bushier in a sec. So Jakey did a weird little thing there. It was really going to go against him quite a bit. Well, it did go against him. But then Russ goes bush about here somewhere, ends up understeering off over the ripple strip. People at the start line went running. He held on to it, but yeah, definitely ended up with Jakey going through. Another good one, Sean versus Mez. Sean leading now. Sean's so fast, real snappy. Mez keeping up with him decently, staying with him, but a little bit shallow. Probably needed to match a bit more of Sean's angle, and then that's right. Mez's unexplored lines. He ended up going the wrong way, or more so got himself stuck in a position where he couldn't transition without hitting Thorn, so he opted to get out of the way, which is fair on a car that he, drove to the track and wanted to drive home from the track. Yeah, Sean with a pretty textbook lead. Really, really happy with that lead from Sean. Didn't really do anything like big angle, lots of aggression. So what do you got? We got Ben Odgers versus Dane. Dane got too aggressive on the chase there. I know that Dane was having a lot of car issues engine-wise, so he was pushing that extra bit hard. You actually hear Dane's car sort of labouring a bit here. Just not quite getting the power it normally has. Probably down like 200 horsepower, so still plenty of horsepower, but not quite enough. Obviously, with that hit, ads were stacked against him, especially with someone as consistent as Ben Odgers. But Ben doing a good job, definitely in the mix, not groundbreaking chase by any means, but still getting up in there in the action. So obviously Ben Odgers went for on that one. Then this one here, you've got a near dead stock. It's an E46, I believe it's a 330, so it's a 6-cylinder but very little power, and it has an SLR lock kit and some coilings. Other than that, like BMW is like stock, leather interior, the lot. And then you got Nug in his S13 SR20, very much like a Kansai style car. Real cool sounding SR. A little bit of a weird line at the end there, but overall really decent lead by Nug. It's the sort of the tough bit when you're in Nug's position now, because Craig doesn't have the power. He's going to be straightening a lot, so you sort of got to pick and choose where you're going to get close. Craig's going out real wide. That was one of the things that really killed it. The decision was close, but one of the deciding factors was that line that Craig took through the middle there, where he rubbed the wall and then had to cut the corner to make the track. We were sort of letting him get away with the big straightens on the straight. Just we knew he didn't have the power, so he wasn't necessarily getting judged down heavily for that. But the bad line in the middle of the track was the one that sort of put a nail in the coffin there. This one was a pretty interesting battle. Both drivers were really sloppy. Benke leading, Gaffo chasing. Both guys were quite sloppy. It was a really hard one to make up our mind on. Like, they both sent it really hard in the corner, but then both sort of wobbled around. I remember Benke went a little bit deep on that transition, which stuffed him up for this one here. Gaffo was doing everything he could to keep up. Doing a decent job of it. Benke getting nice down into the Nico drop. But yeah, runs a little bit wider than we wanted there. Overall, not terrible by any means, but very sloppy from both drivers. Gaffo chucked in really nice. Benke chasing decent. Gaffo throwing big angle everywhere, being a bit more fluid than Benke was, to be honest with you there. And Benke, big dive, but ends up almost off track. Doing his best, keeping up with him there. Gaffo gets a tap on the wall, the tiny straighten, and then gets back into it, dirt dropping, but really aggressive by Gaffo. That's where he got a bit of points back. So yeah, that ended up being a rerun. Those guys, you'll see him run again in a sec, but it was too close to call. It was just generally sloppy. This one here though, this is one we were really excited for. Chop versus Ricky. Chop, obviously top qualifier, absolutely sending it, real perfect line, like that line through there, that's the exact line we wanted. So, even as competition, I'm still nailing like 100 point, well not 100 point, but a very, very high qualifying line. Ricky, again, you see him in that near the wall there, he always, sorry my phone rang, he always sort of lets the car bog down. And it's definitely where he was losing some points. So I apologise for my phone calling there, guys. I forgot to put it on silent before I did this. Ricky jumping in front now for his run. I think Chop sort of let him get away a little bit here, which is uncharacteristic of Chop on the start line, but then jumps straight back up onto Ricky here and ends up getting a little bit too close. Just doesn't lose angle or anything, but just washed a little bit, and then he jumps straight back up onto Ricky. Now watch Ricky right here. See how he sort of slows down a little? Oh, it didn't do it that much on that one. That wasn't too bad. So, yeah, trying to think what happened here. Ricky running wide. I think overall it's just a really close one to call, and I believe we reran this one as well, because it was very, very close. Yeah, so we could do the rerun here, and the boys went straight into it. See how Ricky initiating straight onto Chop's door. That's what I was saying, where Chop sort of let Ricky go a little bit, and then the dive into the corner on that last run is what really cost him. Cheech filming the trees for a second there. So watch Ricky here. So he kept sort of, yeah, see that understeer there? It was one thing he did in a lot of his battles in lead and in chasing that spot. So it was something that I would say held him back a little bit from progressing quicker than he could. Chop with a pretty wild line through there, right on the edge of the track everywhere, and then running into the dirt. Alright, Ricky in the lead now. Chop giving good chase, but see how he just let Ricky get away that little bit? That's where I feel like a chunk of this battle was lost, letting Ricky get away. You really can't let people get away. Obviously, Chop's gone and debeated a tyre there anyway, but I think that's where part of the battle was being lost. So this is first battle or a rerun? I can't remember where I'm at now. So Benke leading against Gaffo. Benke running real wide, bit of a weird line through here, sort of slowing the cars up a bit, and then ended up having to really stretch it here. Big handbrake to try and stretch it. Gaffo nearly running off track a little bit there, trying his best to keep up again. Benke with a nice flick in, Gaffo with a nice flick as well. Gaffo had a little straight in there, Benke with a decent line. Gaffo into the dirt, and he's debeated a tyre as well. And I don't think, oh no, this is the second run, so he went and changed tyres, and we'll let him have their second run. Benke getting right up onto his door there, but then a straight, and Gaffo, big angle, nice line. Overall, decent, doing pretty much the same thing as Benke, that sort of over rotation, and then having to straighten up through there. A big dirt truck, you can still see the dirt coming through the camera clip at this point. And then Gaffo, nice line right on the edge of that Nico drop. And running the car around to the finish. Obviously Benke getting the win there with Gaffo going off track and debeating. So we've got Stuntman Trav leading now versus Ben Odgers. Ben a little bit slow to initiate there. He sort of took his time. Big gangster flick from Trav, but then he drops down really low here and takes a sort of very racy line. Starts to get back into it here, but again, not running the car out wide. It almost looks like it's down on power there. Just not getting out to those clicks, but then again, gangster flicks into that back corner. Not getting up onto the clipping point out there, not really getting into Nico, sort of having to drag it in there, so Odgers definitely with an advantage. Odgers in the lead now. Oh yeah, see Trav getting caught up and ending up offline there, unfortunately. I think at this point Ben Odgers pretty much just had to run his a good line, keep up, good speed, and Trav unfortunately made a few too many mistakes at this point, sort of handing the win over to Ben Odgers. Yeah, see, definitely looked like he was down on power there. Alright, so we have, Jake Thornberry leading now with Nug chasing again. You got 1,000 horsepower S13 versus, SR20 probably making, 300 to 400 horsepower at the wheel. So the power of 1,000 horsepower RB30 26 S13 is absolutely ridiculous. But On a track like Archie, power doesn't mean the world. You know, definitely good driving can keep up there with him, but fortunately for Jakey, he's a bloody ripper driver as well. Perfect line. So Nugs just pulled out of the drift there. He sort of straightened up, and Jakey was on a good line. Nug in front now. He did do a good job out in front. Could have been closer out of clip there. He's doing a good job in front. Jakey is fast and a really good driver. So good line through here. Definitely cool to watch. Nothing better than watching a couple of S13s just duke it out. Nug. Oh, big three-wheeler there by Nug. But yeah, ultimately Jakey getting the win there. Really good driving on his behalf. Alright, Sean versus Benke. This one was a very controversial battle. Sean, massive flick there. Really nice lead line. Cutting the corner a little bit much on that one. Benke's really struggling to keep up there, but Sean's car is very fast. And Sean's like in another postcode right now. Huge entry into the back hairpin. And Benke's back in the picture there for a sec. Right down into Nico drop by Sean. Running the line really well. Benke doing what he can to keep up. Like I said, Sean is extremely fast. So Sean jumping straight onto Benke's door there, not leaving any space. Oh, super close. But very good driving on both drivers' behalf. Benke running a good lead line, a touch wider there than he'd want to get the good line across the middle here. Now this is where it gets a bit spicy. Sean's really pushing hard, ends up leaning on the back of Benke's car for a second and ends up turning Benke. Only just by the tiniest bit he caught onto Benke's rear bar. When it came away, the car just flipped around and, you know, unfortunately he put Benke into the wall, which cost him the battle. So Benke went through on that one. There we go. Benny Odgers and Ricky Wright, two monster cars. One JZ sequential leading, two JZ with a BMW gearbox in that S13 chasing. Little Ricky right up on door. Watch, he has that little bobble here. See, he sort of slows down quite a lot and then he has to build his speed back up again. There's one thing that was killing him, and then he comes in here, boom, straight into Ben Odgers' door. To end up having a straight, and that sort of costs him pretty heavy there, to be honest. You know, that Ben was running a nice lead line, Ricky just coming in a bit too deep there when he was trying to catch up. But a bit of speed on Ricky's car. It's actually a super fast car, running a really nice line, big angle, pretty much perfect line through there. Both these guys more than enough power to make it through this big outer sector. See Ricky slow down again. There's one part that just killed me, because I don't know if it's a dedication thing, or I know he's had a few bingles on that wall, so I think he's just a little bit tentative coming into it that hot. But again, really nice line, but I think the decision was sort of made with that door tap, unfortunately. Yeah. Anyway, this is a battle to see who goes to the final here. Jake Thornbury and that absolute monster S13 out in front. Benke with the RB20 low in chase. Again, definitely outpowered here. Chasing as hard as he can. So I remember Jakey had a bit of a mistake there. He actually ran, nearly hit the wall and slowed right down. So we'll continue running a really good line. Jakey right out into the Nico drop, running his tyres right to the edges where we want him. Jakey having a bit of an under and moment at the end. Benke jumping in front now, running a good line. Jakey's right there though, like very good chase driver, plenty of power. He's got all the good gear, straight tyres, heaps of power, plenty of experience, heaps of comp experience as well. Knows how to adjust when the lead car's slowing up or doing anything different, doing a super good job in the chase position. And Benke, probably one of the best lead runs he's done all day. Right out to that outer clip, dropping, could have gone deeper into Nico, but otherwise, pretty damn good line there. Oh, there we go, Jake Thornbury gets his final spot. So yeah, this will be a third and fourth place battle here. Ricky versus Benke for third and fourth. Ricky's super fast out in front. Benke's cutting the course there to try and catch up, and Ricky sort of drops out of boost for a second. Ricky held on the power through that section. See how much difference it makes to Ricky's lap when he stayed on the power through that section? So that was really good to see that. Cut that run right out wide. Putting the tyre on the dirt. Little three-wheeler there. And getting it across the finish line. Really good job by Ricky. And Benke's lead run here. Throwing down pretty decent, but Ricky's like, yeah, Benke's cut the corner. See, that's where he would have lost a bunch of points right there. Ricky getting up in his business. You can see him the front dipping. See, staying on the power right up onto Benke's door. That was sick. That's what we want. Oh, Ricky in the big dirt drop, and then Benke shut it down. So yeah, I'll wait till you guys will see the podium in a sec. But yeah, finals. We didn't get a lot of finals, guys, because my camera died. But this was one of the runs of the finals we got. But what actually ended up happening is Ben Odgers actually DB'd the tyre. Then they reran the battle, and this is the one run you guys kind of get to see because my camera went flat. But yeah, Jake Thornberry doing a killer job in the lead position. That's right, yeah, that's pretty much where it got decided then. When they swapped positions, it was a nice clean battle the other way round. But Ben Odgers with that spin in chase was ultimately what cost him. I hope you liked a little bit of commentary, guys. It was very awkward to do and very tough to do, to be honest with you, just because of what's going on in the background with this whole track stuff. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the vlog.
Round of applause there. Ricky with some absolute ripper battles today. He had it stacked up against him, to be fair, a couple of big ones. So good job, Ricky, getting into the third place. You want to jump up on the podium there, Copper? Get up there, Cop. Yeah, Cop. I want everyone here.
Alright, in second place, getting the second opportunity in the final after debeating a tyre, and then he just egged it. Ben Odgers in second place.
Just want to thank Luke for making the park what it is today. It's a shame it might be taken away. Hopefully not, but I'm grateful that we got the chance to be here and do what we love. We'd like to also thank his sponsors, Kevin Bell Mechanical and his business, for letting you come out today. Jump on the podium there, mate. It's an emotional time. You forget these things, yeah? You've probably got other people. Needs a new door. Probably Cameron's Bodyworks.
Alright, in first place, can we get an absolute humongous round of applause, guys? Jake Thornberry!
Yeah, first of all, just like to say thank you to the crowd for sticking out here in the hot day. Massive thanks to DCA. This truck has been incredible to drive. If this is the last time I'm glad I'm set on this podium. Hopefully it's not. Massive thank you to my family for all the support, my sponsors, LF Motorsports for getting the car ready this week. And thanks to all the drivers for an amazing battle. Wish our battle was a bit better. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, he's got to give that back to Dad now. Nah. Let the photographers grab a couple of photos, and then I reckon it's skip time.
Skip time.
All right, get those cameras out ready, guys. Make sure you're not hanging over the walls, please. But enjoy some good old fashioned skids.
Alright guys, event's all over. Got cheated to do a bunch of filming at the comp. Massive congratulations to all guys at the comp. Kind of hard for me to pick up the camera until now. It has been such a shitty... Everything's gone both ways, because obviously we're stoked. It was a sick event. Everyone had an amazing time. We all had an amazing time, but like, knowing it could be the last time is such a friggin' sobering thing. Like it's shit. Really, 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 really shit. I encourage all of you that are watching this video right now to email Brisbane City Council, anybody to do with Brisbane City Council, Logan City Council, mayors, ministers, whatever. Just email them and tell them how much this track means to all of us, because it means so much to all of us. You know, so many conversations and things, just like this afternoon when the track ended, about... you know, how much it means to us all and how much we're all going to be freaking devastated if it's the last one. So, I don't know, we're all at the pub now, we're all going to have a drink, have some food, and you know, this is another place that's going to suffer ultimately, because this is a ritual coming to this place, this pub. We come here, drop thousands and thousands of dollars on food and drinks and stuff like that.
That's only because we're all alcoholics.
Definitely not, but you know, we come here for dinner, spend all our money, but we always come here to this pub, and they're not going to have that anymore without the track. So it's a big loss to everybody, really, if we do lose it.
Come on!
Caress it, caress it.
It's not gonna do it.
Caress it.
Love me!
One more.
Mwah! The fuck? Oh, you're filming that? You didn't film me hugging it, did you? Yeah. Fuck. That's still good. Look at that. Dollar bet. Wait, what did you win? 365? Off a $5 bet? I think I'd like just cracked the 200. But if you times it by the odds, I actually did a better win than you, Josh. I did.
That's fair.
Rival's on TV now.
No shots tonight, Lucy.
Hey, T.